Shalom, my sweetest friends. Hope you're having a beautiful day today. I was coming home from work. I finally pulled up to my, garage where I kind of park my car, and there was another car blocking my ability to enter in. It was a kind of a rainy night a little bit. It was last week, and so there was a little bit of rain going on. And at first I was like, oh, well, that's kind of annoying. So I just kind of looked out and there was nobody in the car. And then all of a sudden, there was a person who walked up to the car and got in. And then so I was like, oh, okay, not too bad. I waited about a minute. And but then the person gets out of the car and goes back like to continue doing some like shopping over on the right. And at that point, I kind of lost it a little bit. I was like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? And so I honked my horn and I was like, no, like I'm trying to get in here. And he looked at me and then just continued to walk off. And I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So I totally was very frustrated, very upset. And like, it's the end of the day. I'm just trying to get home. What? Come on, like, get out of the way. Like, you can't block the parking spot. So ultimately, I got out of my car. I went, I looked in. I was like, maybe I'll just move it. Like, I'm sure he left his keys in the car. I'll just move it over to the side and it'll be fine. And then I'll just kind of go in my driveway. So he didn't. So ultimately, I wait another, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, and I come in, and so I walked up to the door, and I was like, no, like, in my best broken Hebrew, I was like, it's not nice what you did. Like, why would you do this? Like, it's not nice. And then he moves, I get into my parking spot, and then I think back, and I'm just like, that's distasteful. That's not the way that I want to respond. I was like, I don't like that. And I had this like feelings of like guilt, feelings of, just not feeling right, not feeling good about that situation. So I said to myself, I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do different? And why did I do what I did there? Because really, when we have times when we do things that we're disappointed with what we do, then what? So I'm disappointed with what I did. I'm feeling guilty. And to some extent I should. I don't know that I did the right thing. If I had gone up to him and asked him like, hey, next time if you could do this instead, that would be really nice. Okay, so then I would be coming from a nice place. But I wasn't coming from a nice place. I was coming from a frustrated, like, what are you doing place? And so I was disappointed with that. And I came to myself and I said, okay, so I want to do something different next time. First off, I was really only thinking about myself. It was a rainy night. He probably didn't have anywhere else to park. I looked at, all the parking was really busy. And so he didn't have anywhere else to go. So he was just trying to get his stuff real quickly and get out of the way. So if I was thinking about him, then I probably wouldn't have been so frustrated. But I was only really thinking about myself and getting into my own parking spot, finishing my day at the end of the day. So the way that I kind of figured it out or dealt with it was I kind of said to myself, okay, I'm disappointed with the way that I did that. I was really thinking about myself. And the next time, what do I want to do differently? And so I thought about it. Like, next time, yeah, this is what I would want to do. And if I would want to say something to him, I would want to say it to him. And just like, hey, this is it's not so nice. Maybe park to the side so people, can still get in. There was room on the sidewalk where he could have been parked instead. So that was a little bit of my, I would call embarrassing situation where I didn't deal with something the way I wanted to. I had a disappointment and kind of how I walked through that disappointment to get to a place where next time I can do something better and hopefully this time and deal with the guilt of what I did wrong this time. So it was just a situation that I thought might be beneficial to share. So hoping it's a benefit to you, hoping you have a beautiful day. Take care of yourselves and take care of others.